they're not producing albums at their maximum level, they're producing albums at their optimal level. Super M is a marketing strategy. Alrighty. Hello everyone, what's up? My name's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. If you're already subscribed, if you're new, hi, what's up? My name's Sarah, nice to meet you. So for today's video, I'm actually doing something that I'm really excited to do, which is basically use what I learned in university. I know, big deal, I know. For those of you who may not know what I'm studying, which it's probably everyone, I'm actually studying economics and also journalism. I'm doing like a double degree kind of thing. Yeah, I'm starting to have a solid idea of what companies do, how companies take decisions and how they actually work. So for today's video, I'm gonna be analyzing SM's entertainment way of doing things, about album sales, about investing in groups, about not investing in groups, and all this stuff from an economics perspective. Now, warning before starting, this is not about dissing anyone at all. I'm not gonna diss SM Entertainment. In fact, I think I'm gonna back them up and try to excuse them. I feel like, I don't know, but that may happen. So I'm not trying to diss anyone, any group. Every single group out there is amazing. So don't take it as a she's criticizing that group or she's saying they don't have many sales, blah blah. No, I'm just talking about the economic part, I guess, like how they work. Yeah, if you know SM, you'll know that usually a group in the beginning of their years, so like their rookie years, they get these amazing music videos, they get a lot of promotions, they go out in a lot of like TV shows and whatever. But as they grow up, as they become more successful, as they start to like produce a lot of money, it's like SM is stopping to invest in them. The music videos maybe are a bit cheaper. By that I mean that, for example, they don't shoot overseas, or they stop doing world tours, or they release an album a year, not like they don't release 2 like they used to, or 3 like they used to. That is what I'm talking about. That is because profit margin is the difference between the benefit that you will get from that activity or that project, the difference between that and the cost of doing it. If you have a project that works really well and you have a lot of benefits out of it, but it is really expensive to produce, that project is not going to be profitable for the brand. Even if a group is really successful and have a lot of money, like they have a lot of revenues and they earn a lot, if the cost of doing all that, it is really expensive, it's not going to be profitable for the brand. I'm gonna put a really easy example, which is EXO, because in fact is the group that I know more about. In 2019, EXO sold 2 million albums, combining every single member. They almost made half of the whole like SM Entertainment sales, like album sales. But when they release an album, they promote for like a week. They don't go to shows. They don't really go to variety shows or reality shows. They don't really do much. And a lot of fans ask SM, why are you not investing in a group that has a lot of fans? EXO has a lot of sales, a lot of revenues. They make a lot of money. Now, because they make a lot of money, and it is quite safe to not invest in them because they already have the stabilized, like stable fandom, it's perfect for the company and for that concept of profit margin, because they have a lot of sales and a lot of benefit. But if they reduce the cost, the margin between that is going to be way bigger than if they increase the cost and the margin would be smaller. So that's why they don't invest in EXO or other groups like Super Junior or SNSD, because they are already stabilized groups that don't need really like extremely produced music videos and these super like world tours and appearing on like American TV shows, blah blah blah, because they already have an stabilized fandom. Talking about groups like NCT, Red Velvet, like the newer groups, I would say, it is safe to say that these people are making their way into the market, which is what every single group does at the beginning, right? What SM has to do is invest in them. Investment is a really weird concept in economics because it is necessary, but usually and not always it is done in the perfect way. Now, investment usually means that you invest money, not even money, it can be time as well, but like you usually invest money, time, sources, etc. into a project that you think may work, and afterwards that company may have benefit out of it. The big problem in investment and what usually happens is that a lot of companies invest in projects that will have a lot of benefit short term, but maybe in the long run they're not gonna be too beneficial for the company. And the other problem is that they ignore projects that maybe at the beginning will not really work, but then at the end they will perfectly work and they will have a lot of benefit. So that is a problem. You have to invest in new projects, you have to invest in them so that in the long run they will work. And investing in them at the beginning and really creating that space of like a really cool group would mean that in the long run they're gonna become another EXO, they're gonna become another Super Junior, they're gonna become another SNSD. It is just a game of investing a lot in groups at the beginning, and then when they get older and they have already like a stable fandom, they already have stable sales and they produce a lot of money, they reduce the cost so that the margin between the earnings and the cost is way bigger for the company. And that's just economics strategy. Now, the second topic I want to talk about is marketing. Now, SM are no fools. SM is a stable company that has been here for like the longest time. They know what they're doing. Everything is planned. Like, don't believe that they're making mistakes. I mean, they can make mistakes, but I feel like everything is really studied because it's a really like big company and they have to. So about marketing, let me tell you, Super M is a marketing strategy. I'm okay with it. In fact, I spent a lot of money on Super M going to their concert, but I'm okay with it because I feel like knowing it's a marketing strategy, I can kind of set the limits on what I want to give them. At the end of the day, they are artists and they are working really hard to do what they're doing. So even if they are a marketing strategy of the company, it is not fair to like cancel them, I guess. Obviously, what they did is basically take people from really popular groups that they know that fans will unconditionally buy their stuff and they will unconditionally support them. They put it together in a group and they created this massive project, which again, a lot of investment went to like Super M. That is genius. I have to say, it is genius. No one really did it before. Also, they targeted the American and like the US market. Oh my god, they're sending my Baekhyun albums. I just received the message. Yeah. And last but not least, I'm gonna talk about album sales. To talk about album sales, I have to again talk about an economics concept, which is the optimal point. Usually in economic activity, you don't want to like achieve a maximum, you don't want to achieve the maximum point, you want to achieve an optimal point. You have to take into consideration a lot of things to find that optimal point. Now, SM Entertainment, I firmly believe they're not producing albums at their maximum level, they're producing albums at their optimal level, because producing those albums costs a certain amount of money. Producing a lot of albums, like the maximum number of albums, will not be the most optimal choice. Because of that, there's a lot of studying behind it and they find the optimal point. That is the reason why a lot of fandoms are really mad, because it seems like SM sometimes has the opportunity to sell more, but they don't really take that opportunity. Let's say there's 800,000 pre-orders and then we get to 1 million copies sold, and then you see people going to SM Town or going to online and they try to buy more albums, but there's none. They're sold out. That's the result of producing at an optimal point. It is normal, I would say, and it is not weird for a company to not produce at its maximum point, but produce at its optimal point, and that is the reason why a lot of times album sales are like stop at a specific point, because that's the optimal point for the company. I don't care about sales. I did care a long time ago, but I feel like you should not measure a group by its numbers. You should measure them by their talent. So T. We talked about investment in groups and the difference between benefit and cost, which is the margin, and why profit margin and investment is so important for companies, and why they invest way more on rookie groups and younger groups rather than older groups or already stable groups. And we also talked about how Super M is a marketing strategy, even if they're really good at what they do. And they, again, I'm like a fan, I went to see them in London, but it is a marketing strategy. I think like everyone knows that. And we also talked about why SM produces a certain amount of albums and not really the maximum amount of albums. That is the optimal point of the company. And just to end this video, again, I would like to remember that this is not me trying to diss anyone, and it is not me trying to diss SM. In fact, I think I'm explaining their decisions. Also, I'm an economics student, so this is just me comparing what I learned to the reality. Maybe it's all wrong. If it's all wrong and you have different opinions, let me know. We can debate and we can talk about it. It's fine. So this is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give it a like. If you didn't, I am sorry. And if you liked it so much, subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, maybe you want me to analyze other aspects of SM, maybe you want me to do this exact same thing with another company, K-pop related, I don't know. But if you want to see another video like this or just similar, let me know. Thank you. Bye. 그런 말이 그 mainstream 要一起集中，自然小熊不逞英雄，孤单出场空。